Hi, I'm Mo of Ezeebeady. In my last video I showed you how to make this bracelet, and I also suggested you could make the earrings. I didn't show you how to make these, but it's exactly the same as one of the sections, but I didn't show you how to put the bail on. Well, today I'm showing you how to make this pendant. Now the bail is exactly the same as what I've done for the earrings, so I'll be showing you how to do that then. So let's get going. I'll just show you the bits you need and off we go. Okay, for this pendant you need 12 6mm rounds. These are Swarovski, they're pearl, cream pearl. 12 super duos in your main colour. These are ruby matte. You need 12 4mm bicones. These are Swarovski, dark red coral. 5 8/aught seed beads, and these are shiny whites. 1 white super duo. 11/aught seed beads, they are duracoat gold by Myuki, and optional is 15/aught seed beads. I've got 11 and they're duracoat gold by Myuki. These are just for the bail at the end, so you can use 11/aught, it's absolutely not a problem. I've got a beading needle size 12, that's rather bent, and a pair of pliers, a pair of scissors. The thread I'm using is Fireline Crystal 0.008 diameter, and I'm using a good 2 arm spans of thread. Okay, right, to begin with, as if by magic, here's one I prepared earlier. Thread 6 of your 6mm rounds in a circle and just go around this a couple of times and then cut your ends off, and we'll be using that later. Right, so to begin with, we need this main colour super duos, your rounds, and some 11/aught seed beads. So pick up 6mm round, an 11/aught seed bead, 2 super duos and an 11/aught seed bead, and repeat this sequence 6 times. So it's 1 round, 1 11/aught, 2 super duos and 1 11/aught. Don't forget to check your holes on your super duos before you start. So it's a round, an 11/aught, 2 super duos and an 11/aught, round, 11/aught, 2 super duos and an 11/aught, a round, an 11/aught, 2 super duos and an 11/aught. Your last round, 11/aught, 2 super duos and an 11/aught, and that's what we've got so far. Take these down to the end of your thread and tie these into a knot. Now don't do this too tight because we need to be in between these beads, so fairly loose. So I've put 3 knots in there, and I'm just going to work my knot into my thread, knot into my beads. I've gone through the round, the 11/aught, 2 super duos, and I'm coming out of the round, and take that down and pull my knot in. Now I'm going to go right round this one more time. You know when you've gone right round because you get to your tail. So I'm just going to go past my tail and past to where the knot will be. So I'm just going to go through one more lot. Don't be pulling this too tight because we still need to be in. That's just to strengthen your work, so just give that a pull to pull it open a bit to make sure it's not too tight. So the last ones I've gone through is the 2 super duos, and I'm coming out of the 11/0 just after the 2 super duos. Now I'm going to put my bail on first. I'm just going to get rid of my tail. So I'm going to put my bail on first because we need to be in and out of these a few times, so it'll just make life easier by putting it on first. So pick up 2 11/0 and I'm going to go into the top hole of the super duo. Pick up your super duo, the white one, and into the top hole of the next super duo. Pick up 2 11/0 and I'm going to go into the seed bead that is against the super duo that I'm coming out of. Now I need to be back to the other side, so I'm going to go through both super duos and come out of the next seed bead again, and that's where we originally started. I'm just turning it over, and then I'm going to go up the 2 seed beads that we've just added, and I'm going to pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, and I'm going into the top hole of the super duo that we've just added. Pick up 3 11/0 and I'm going to go down the 2 seed beads we added earlier. Now I need to go back into this seed bead. I need to come back out of the far side, so I'm going to go into that seed bead that's in the middle there, through the 2 super duos and out of the next 11/0. And this is the beauty of not pulling it so tight. Makes life a bit easier. So I'm now coming out of the other side, and I'm going to go back up these seed beads on this side. If you can do it all in one go, that's fine. Now I'm going to pick up 3 11/0 seed beads. Now this, if you're using 11/0 for your round, for your bail, you need to decide how many you're putting on, so pick that many up. I'm using 11 15/0 seed beads. I've got my 11 15/0 seed beads there, and my 3 11/0. Take these down. Now the ones that you're using for your loop, you need to go through these again. So ignoring the first 3 that we picked up, go through all the other beads. And set these down. Try and keep it as close as you can to the rest. I'm going to go around this one more time. Just being careful not to miss any of your beads. There's not worse. So you need to be coming out of the bead that's right next to the one that you first went up, and then you're going to go down one of the three, the first one of the three, just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to pick up two 11/0, and I'm going to go back down the other side. Okay, now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go straight into the pearl that I'm against. Now this will pull this seed bead onto this pearl. It hasn't been done on that side yet, but we'll sort that out later. So I'm going into the pearl now, and I'm going to go through the 11/0, the two super duos, and come out of the next 11/0. Pick up two 11/0 seed beads and into the top O of the super duo that we're against. Pick up your 8/0 seed bead and go into the next super duo. Pick up two 11/0 seed beads, and I'm going to go into the seed bead that is right against the two super duos that I'm coming out of. And I'm going to go right to the other side because we need to do this one next. Let's see if you can get it all in one go, but don't worry if you can't. Now pull that tight because we need to pull this tight that we've just done. So I've now made my way down past the two super duos, and I'm coming out of the 11/0 again. So what we're going to do now is just repeat this. So you pick up two 11/0, go into the top hole of this super duo, pick up your 8/0 and into the next super duo. Pick up two 11/0, and I'm going into the seed bead of the super duo that we're right against. And then again I need to make my way across to the next set, so I need to pick the far side coming out of this 11/0, so just work your way across there. So much easier when you don't have your loop tight in the first place. So pick up two 11/0 seed beads and into the top hole of the super duo, pick up your 8/0 seed bead into the top hole of the next super duo, two 11/0 seed beads, and we're going into the seed bead that's against the super duo we're coming out of, and again we're making our way across to the next one. So just keep doing this until you get to the end, and come back to me when you're at that end. I'm going into fast speed now. Right, so I've just added my last embellishment, and that's what we have so far. I'm just coming out of the seed bead on the far side of the one I've just done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through this pearl, and like I said, that side I've made it attached to that pearl, so I'm going to do the same to this side now. So I'm coming out of the pearl, not the seed bead, and I'm going to go right up these seed beads here, and I'm going to go through the middle one, and I'm going to go around the loop again. Now try and make sure you know which side you're coming out from, so that you're going to go back down the other side as opposed to the same side. So I'm going to try my best not to spin it round. So I'm going back down the middle one now, because I haven't turned it over. I know I came in this way and went up this side, so I'm going to go back down this side. And now I'm going to go through the pearl on the other side, and that's what we have so far. Okay, so we're coming out with the pearl, and we're going to pick up 4 11/0 seed beads, 1 4mm bicone, and 6 11/0 seed beads. 6. So I've got 4 11s, 1 4mm bicone, and 6 11/0 seed beads. Take these down, and I'm going to make a loop with these 6 11/0 seed beads here. So we just need to go through these one more time. And keep these as close to your bicone as possible. So just take them down. And then go through the next 11/0 in the circle, just like that. So bend these over. Now this is a little bit confusing, this bit, but it's actually quite easy. This bicone belongs to this pearl, so we're coming out of the next seed bead. Each bicone will sit in between 2 of these seed beads, so we need a bicone in between these seed beads here. So we're picking up a bicone and 4 11/0 seed beads, and I'm going to go into the next pearl. Just pull that tight. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, and this last bicone that we picked up, we're going to go up 1 seed bead and just go down that one, and the 4mm bicone, and if you can, the next seed bead in that round. So I've gone down that seed bead that is right against the bicone, and the next seed bead in the circle that we made. Pick up a bicone and 4 11/0 seed beads and go through the next pearl. See what I mean by each bicone belonging to a pearl. That bicone belongs to that pearl, and that one belongs to that one, and that one belongs to that one. So now we're picking up 3 11/0 seed beads, and I'm going to go down the 11/0 seed bead that is right in front of the 4mm, through the 4mm, and into the next 11/0 seed bead in the circle. And that's what we have so far. Pick up a 4mm bicone and 4 11/0 seed beads and go into the next pearl. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads and go into the 11/0 right before the 4mm bicone and into the next 11/0 on the circle, and give that a pull. So we're picking up a bicone, 4 11/0 seed beads and into the next pearl. Pull that tight. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, go into the 11/0 right before the bicone, through the bicone and into the next 11/0 on the circle. Pull that tight. Pick up a bicone, 4 11/0 seed beads and into the next pearl. Pull that tight. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, and again we're going into the 11/0 right before the bicone, through the bicone and into the next 11/0 in the circle, and pull that tight. So now we've got 6 bicones, so we just need to finish up this connection here. So we need to go up the bicone and 1 11/0 seed bead. Give that a pull and pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, and we're going through the pearl. Alright, and that's what we have. So now what I'm going to do is just go back down here, back down this side of these seed beads and back into the centre to go around the centre a couple of times. So I'm just going down these 3 11/0 here, into the 11/0 that is against the bicone, and then what I'm going to do, it doesn't matter which way around you go, but I'm going to go around these seed beads a couple of times, this group of 6. So just do them one at a time, and then you're not going to pull them out of shape too much. So go around at least once and twice won't hurt. Right, so I'm happy with that. So all I need to do now, I'm going back up the bicone that you're right against and into the 11 knot next to it, up 3, 11 knots, and I'm going to go through the pearl again. If you can, try and come out the other side, because we need to work on this other side now. So what we're going to do, we're going to repeat this process, what we've done here, on this side. So we're coming out of the pearl, so I'm picking up 4 11/0 seed beads, 1 bicone and 6 11/0 seed beads. And you take these down, and we're making a loop with the 6 for the centre, so I'll just go through these again. And through the next 11/0 in the circle. Right, so just work out which direction you need to go in. I think I'm going in the other direction this time, because I started on the other side of the pearl. So that bicone is in between them 2 seed beads, so that bicone belongs that pearl, so we need to go to that one next. So pick up a 4mm bicone and 4 11/0 seed beads and go through the next pearl. Like I say, I'm going in the opposite direction this time. So just go through your pearl. Give that a pull. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, and we're going down the 11/0 that is right before the bicone, through the bicone and the next 11/0 in the centre. Give that a pull. Okay, let's see what we've got so far. So we're picking up 4mm bicone, 4 11/0 seed beads, and we're going into the next pearl. Not forgetting when they're going in the opposite direction this time. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, back down the bicone, back down the 11/0 right before the bicone, through the bicone and into the next seed bead in the circle. Pick up 4mm bicone and 4 11/0 seed beads and go into the next pearl. pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, and we're going into the seed bead right before the pearl, right before the 4mm bicone, through the bicone and through the next seed bead in the circle. And just tighten that up. Okay, right, before we put another one on, we need to get our circle that we made earlier. I'm just going to pop that in there. If we don't put it in now, we won't get it in later. So now we're picking up a bicone, 4 11/0 seed beads, and we're going into the next pearl. Just flicked my seed beads all over the place, so I've got 4 there again. Into the next pearl. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads and down the 11/0 right before the bicone, through the bicone and the next seed bead in the circle. And tighten that up. Pick up your last bicone, 4 11/0 seed beads, and into the next pearl. Okay, nearly there. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads. We're going down the 11/0 right before the bicone and into the next 11/0 in the circle. Just tighten that up. So now we're going up the bicone that we added first and the 11/0 that's right after it, and pick up 3 11/0 and into the first pearl that we were coming out of. Right, let's tighten that up, and that's all but finished. I just need to go back down here and go around these centre seed beads, as many times as you're happy with. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is go back up my 11/0, sorry, back up my 4mm bicone, the 11/0 straight after it, up 3 11/0 and back through my pearl. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take it round to the other side, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up these 2 11/0 here that I'm right against. What I'm going to do is just go right around this edge just to tighten it up. So I'm going to go through the super duo, through the 8/0, and through the next super duo, down the next 2 11s and through the pearl, and I'm going to repeat this all the way around. I would like to try to go around this edge again. With it being a clasp, I'd rather it be. Nice and strong. I don't know whether my thread is actually going to let me go around all the way around. So there's the thought, when you're getting your thread off, maybe two and a half arm spans of thread would be best. Yeah, so I'm just going to go around these. Now if you've put on 11 knots at the top here, you won't have a problem going around the top. Now I know I won't be able to get around there again, so I'm just going to skip that 11 knot there and just go straight down the other side. I know I've put in plenty up there, so I'm alright with that. So I'm not going through this 11 knot that's in between the pearls and the super duos. I'm just going around the outer edge. And it just secures your work that bit. Can be a bit difficult coming out of the pearls sometimes. And if you want as well, you could also start tying your knots right before you go in the pearls. In fact, as my thread's getting so short, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put a knot right after that seed bead, and I'm going to take it in the pearl. And that way, if I run out of thread, I know I've started knotting, and I'm alright with that. And I've got another knot in there. So basically just keep going, I think, until you run out of thread or you're happy with your piece. Yeah, I've gone around there twice now. I can see 2 threads. So I think it's because it's not letting me in there again, and I don't want to break anything. I'm just going to back up there because I don't want to leave a thread coming out of seed beads ideally, and I'm going to cut my thread. So there you have it. That's your pendant to match your bracelet and your earrings. Like I said, I didn't show you how to do the earrings, but your bail is exactly the same way. So now you know how to do it. Right, so now you've got a bracelet, a pair of earrings and a pendant. So you just need to put a chain on, make it look nice, and you're done. Full set. My name is Monisa of Ezeebeady. Thank you very much for watching. I'd be grateful if you'd subscribe, that would be lovely, so you can be notified of new videos as and when they come out. I do have a Facebook page if you'd like to show me any of your pictures of any of the things that you make for my tutorials, that would be lovely too. See you next time. Bye.